Hi everyone. I've been asked this a few times over the last days, so I thought we'd look at it today. Um, what's been my enlightenment experience? What's brought me to this understanding? And I'll be completely honest that I see teachers and authors out there who are the full deal, who who have the two things that I see as genuine, really genuine enlightenment. One is that there has been a total realization of unconditional love, of true nature, that everything in their lives has orientated now to a profound realization that what we are is, and they use different words, but what we are is consciousness or aliveness or intelligence, beingness, love. Above all, they use the word love, and it shines out from them. And the second thing they have, which not all teachers have, and I think if we don't have this second thing, then there is um, a gap in what we're saying. And the second thing is total accountability for their own behaviors, for their own actions and words, and particularly for their own behaviors before their realization. Because it's very, very easy to use an understanding of non-duality to avoid facing anything that challenges us, that threatens our idea of ourselves as being, ultra spiritual. It's very easy. It's a get out clause, I think, and so it seems to me that when a teacher is simultaneously radiating that presence and love, and at the same time is not shying away in any way, not using no reality, no self, no other as a way to avoid being completely accountable and completely present to everything that is showing up in reality. Without that, then it's not the whole thing in my eyes. So there are teachers like that out there, and many of them we talk about in our courses. I'm not there. That's, I'm not there. I see and I recognize that freedom, that total peace of being, and it seems to me that my life is an ongoing revealing of where that's not true for me. which I think is also good, and it's also, and it allows for the courses that we do. It's a joint exploration, really. The problems that people talk about on my courses, we're in together. Really, we are in it together, and I think the thing that allows me to sort of take on the role of teacher or the author of the courses is that I recognize the freedom. I recognize where the freedom is, and I see in myself, and I've seen in myself that ongoing fight, that circular fight, that desperate seeking that actually hides the thing that is being looked for. So, in terms of what has brought me to where I am now, I would have to say it's the logic of what we're talking about, above all, because I spent decades and decades looking and searching and trying to be enough, trying to be right, trying to manage how I thought other people saw me. And then I went on a yoga teacher training course in 2005, and it was literally the first time, weirdly really, but literally the first time that anyone had ever said to me in a way that really resonated that the reality of self and the reality of out there isn't objectively true. And it blew my mind. It absolutely blew my mind. That was the first time, and it's a logical argument, and I think really that's the beauty. It doesn't have to be woo woo. We don't have to have faith. We don't have to trust. It's just logical. It's totally logical what we're talking about. And then working with other great teachers who continued to open more and more possibility, more and more space. And then I would say I did have one moment, I would say, of merging. I was with my children, Finn and Francesca, in the park, and there was this moment, and it lasted quite a long time, I would say, of everything, trees, grass, children, me, becoming energy. Like it just, everything was vibrating. There were different frequencies, and yet everything was just energy. It was just an energetic landscape, and it was love. It was vibrant love. The colors, which were energy colors, everything was just pulsing with this joy. It felt like, really, it was like a blissful experience. And so that has stayed with me, and it seems to me that is what's going on, isn't it? But the mind superimposes onto it more and more definition, more and more categories, more and more interpretation. And so this logic of the approach, and that felt lived experience, and the ongoing extraordinary living of the unveiling of freedom, the unveiling of love. Because these areas of life where we feel constricted, we feel limited, where we're essentially living and fighting within a projected overlay, so from everything that's believed, all our insecurity, our shames, our fears, projecting out, and that's the world we're living in, but fighting it at the same time. As that falls away, which it does in this exploration, maybe in one go, maybe just element by element, that shift through from protection and separation, limitation, to love, to freedom, to presence, to fun, joy. That is, I would say, my ongoing lived experience now. And I love that. I really love that. And so for the people that I work with, that for me is the peak experience, really. The peak experience is that shift from old, projected, believed, unconscious, blindly lived reality to the sort of perfect emptiness of being, the full emptiness, is the peak experiences of life. And so I feel very, I mean, all of us, we are so blessed and so lucky and so gifted to be in a human form in which the shift from limitation to freedom can happen, from separation to unconditional love, from control to peace. This is the beauty of life. Yeah. So there is nowhere to get to. Like there's no destination. This is what I find so wonderful. You know, like it's not that we're trying to be enlightened. It's that the living of all of it is sensational and beyond words. Yeah. So that's what I would say. So thank you. Thanks for the questions. Bye.